Hey guys, what's going on? Um, yeah, I didn't make a video for Friday. Um, just got so distracted with things and just so busy with things, and my internet wasn't even fucking working this whole weekend. Like, I could barely do anything. Um, I couldn't even use my fucking cell phone to Google shit on Google, but I could get on Facebook and Instagram and shit and load pictures, watch YouTube videos, but I could not for the life of me upload anything or download anything or visit a website. Not even my own. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I did get that forge I was talking about in the last Monday in Ramble going. I got the sorry about that. I had to move my phone. I got the crucible. I got the crucible and well, I got that last video. I think I had it, but I got it. It works great. I decided not to keep it with coals or anything. Built my own blowtorch for it, so that or forge burner, I guess you call them. But so yeah, I have all that shit. Pretty soon I'll be melting shit, making shit, and I'll make some videos with it. Just because it seems fun. I never really casted anything in my life besides, um, well, in college, I casted a couple pistons with a friend, but that was, his shit, his casting devices and all that shit. This is my homemade shit. I didn't buy anything, custom made except for the crucible for Forge. Everything else I made homemade, like the the forge itself right now is as a test in a bucket, you know, and it's homemade refractory cement. Um, Pretty much same thing as refractory cement. Um, a mixture of what I've read on the internet, googling shit and whatnot, and just to make sure my memory was right with mixing mixing things because my grandpa was, he did masonry shit, carpentry and stuff, and he showed me how to make refractory cement and stuff. But that was like, I don't know, I was 8 or something, and now I'm 26. So memory foggy on shit like that. But luckily, looking it up, it was pretty much the same thing I thought it was. Um, just tweaked it a little bit, and it worked great. Um, but a couple like the lid, I broke the lid the third or fourth firing of it using coal and shit. But that was my fault. I had picked it up and dropped it, and the lid had just split because it's, you know, not a solid piece of metal or anything. It's like chipboard fiber shit. But I'm gonna remake one of those, and because it works so good, I might make a bigger one. But right now, I gotta get a regulator, a high pressure regulator for the torch for the blower I made. Which, if you look it up and buy one, they're like a couple $100. This one I made, I don't know, parts laying around from other things. But I think if I were to build it all completely, the pipe and shit I had to buy and the coupler I had to buy, that only cost me like $8, $6. But everything else, I think if I added it all together, would be like maybe 20, $30. But you go online, you buy one, the same damn one that you can make at home for a lot more money. Like I think the one I made, if I looked it up, when I looked it up, it was like I think it was like $600 for it, and then another one was like $200 because it didn't come with shit, and you had to, I think, you had to have your own regulator for it and all that. So yeah, making it seem like the best deal. But when I get that high pressure regulator and it works a lot better, it's I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna make some videos with it. Um, it's a fun hobby, I think, to get into. Back when I was younger, my grandpa put an old wood stove outside, and we used to fill it with charcoal and coal, for the coal furnaces back in the day. He had a bunch of it, so we'd throw that in there, heat it up, and I'd take re-rod and shit and pound them out and make swords, knives. There's a screwdriver somewhere I made because I needed a screwdriver and I couldn't find one, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I got this thing red hot anyways, let's make one. So it's gonna be fun. I already got designs and plotted out in my head to make a nice burner and a little bit bigger forge so I could not necessarily melt metal, but I want to make it long enough so I can make swords and shit, because that'd be fucking awesome. You know, apocalypse training, you gotta do that. But, yeah, so look forward to that shit. I'm gonna make some casting videos, I guess, like me casting shit, me making shit, I don't know. But, this week I hope to get all the videos up on time. I didn't do it last week because, well, I didn't do Fridays because I just procrastinated on making a video and editing and shit. And I just got too distracted and too excited that, I got that forge built and it was like, this is cool, I'll wait till I get some more stuff for it. And then the Crucible came early, and then I was like, you know what, fuck yeah, I'm gonna use it. And I used it, and then it worked so good I kept using it. And then I was like, I can make it better by turning from coal to fire, from a propane torch. Not a little handheld torch, but a fucking torch with a nozzle that fucking big, and fucking blows flame like a motherfucker. And that's what this one does. It blows flame like a motherfucker. But it doesn't have high enough regulator gauge on it. It needs, I think right now the regulator I have only goes up to like 10 pounds. And I need one that's at least 15 pounds to push the propane through the tube more efficiently, so that it burns better. Because if the wind kicks up, there's not enough pressure behind that propane that it backfires into the tube. So, that's the shitty part. It's not that dangerous, because how long the tube is and everything's made to be like that. So, but still, it's kind of a funny thing because it's like when you fill a bottle with gas or something, and I don't know, played with Zippo fluid or something. You do that, it goes whoosh really fast and comes back and goes whoosh again out of a bottle. That's what it does sometimes. But, I can fix that. But, yeah, it's just been fun this whole week. I've been playing around with that and whatnot, just getting distracted with things. So I didn't get last week's video up on time, and I didn't get last video up at all, or even recorded. But I promise I will. This one's coming up. Friday's video is going to be a Minecraft one, and it's going to be Jurassic Craft. I promise that. I just got to get on it, play it a little bit, and get everything ready. That's the only problem. I haven't really had time to, just sit down and play the game and get things ready for filming, because you don't want to watch me mine for like 6 hours trying to find 4 or 5 diamonds. You don't want to watch me, mine hours and hours on end. You want to watch me do cool shit, and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to get that ready, and hopefully all 3 videos are going to go up. No problem. Other than that, expect some cool shit to come. And, yeah, I don't know. As always, though, I love you guys. And I don't want this video to be too long, not because I hate rambling, because I love it. Just because anything over like 10 minutes takes so long to upload. So, love you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep being awesome, guys.